And on this Thursday, May 15th, 2025 edition of Newsmakers, South Carolina's highest court is upholding the state's current abortion ban. South Carolina Supreme Court justices unanimously ruled yesterday that the state can keep banning abortions at 6 weeks after conception, as outlined in the 2023 law. The state law also allows pregnancies caused by rape or incest to be terminated for up to 12 weeks after conception. The abortion ban still faces legal challenges, including a federal lawsuit from 5 OBGYNs who argue the law is preventing them from properly treating patients. Abortion opponents can claim a legal victory in Florida. A state appeals court ruled yesterday allowing minors to get abortions without parental consent is unconstitutional. All three judges said it violates parents' due process rights. Missouri voters are getting a chance to repeal an abortion rights amendment. Jennifer King reports.
It's been just 6 months since Missouri voters approved an abortion rights amendment guaranteeing the right to the procedure up until fetal viability, sometime after 21 weeks of pregnancy. Now, state lawmakers have passed a measure that could overturn that amendment, placing a new referendum on the 2026 ballot that would ban most abortions, with exceptions up to 12 weeks for rape or incest or for a medical emergency. I'm Jennifer King.
Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs has vetoed 3 transgender-related bills, including one banning schools from using pronouns that don't match a student's biological sex. The others would have limited bathroom access to a student's biological sex and make doctors vulnerable to lawsuits for performing so-called gender-affirming care. The bills were passed by the Republican-led legislature. State lawmakers in Iowa are prohibiting Medicaid funds from being used towards gender dysphoria services. The state legislature passed a budget bill that includes a provision to prohibit Medicaid funding from being used to reimburse sex reassignment surgery or associated procedures. The bill is expected to be signed by Governor Kim Reynolds. Meanwhile, a law banning gender transition medical services for young Montanans was ruled unconstitutional yesterday by a district court judge in Missoula, saying supporters of the law couldn't prove that a health risk exists. The ruling states the law violates Montana's right to privacy and free speech. Republicans passed the measure during the 2023 legislative session, but was blocked by the courts after it was signed, and again in 2024. The state could appeal the ruling if they choose. Vice President J.D. Vance will lead a U.S. delegation to Pope Leo XIV's inauguration on Sunday. The first American pope will hold an inauguration mass in St. Peter's Square. The delegation traveling with Vance will include Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Vance is the second Catholic vice president in U.S. history. He met with Pope Francis last month, just hours before his death. And that's Newsmakers this Thursday, May 15th, 2025 edition. I'm Keith Black.